Yo, what is up guys? BananaRaccoon here, and today I want to go over the question I get asked all the time in my live stream, which is twitch.tv/BananaRaccoonTV, so make sure you go over and hit that follow button, and in the YouTube comment section, which is, how do I do damage as a feral druid in PvP? I get asked this pretty much every day, so I thought I'd do this quick video just to go over the feral druid rotations. So feral feels a bit different in Shadowlands because at the moment we don't feel very bleed heavy. In the past, feral has been all about snapshotting rake and rip with modifiers to do big damage, but in Shadowlands that's not really the case. Right now, unless a spec gets a rework, feral is all about big ferocious bite crits. But before we get into the guide, I want to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is a AAA quality turn-based RPG with insane graphics, cool lore, and deep gameplay of hundreds of unique champions to control on your phone and PC. I travel to work on the train every day, and for me, Raid is the perfect way to make those long journeys more enjoyable. I can hop on, do some PvP arenas, level my champions, or grind my way up the Doom Tower. I've been playing for a few months now, and my favourite champion so far is the Arbiter. She's a legendary champion that's sick in arena, she can res my team and heal and buff them, and she's pretty easy to unlock. All you've got to do is complete all of the missions. And she has that Valkyrie vibe, which I'm all for. I also like the legendary champion Sir Nicholas because, well, who doesn't like Santa Claus? And again, as someone who's mainly focused on PvP, he's awesome. He freezes the enemy team, shields my team, and does some big damage. Other than the PvP arena battles, I love collecting the champions and jumping in the Doom Tower, Raid's latest update. The Doom Tower is a giant tower of 120 floors, secret challenge rooms, and 12 new hardcore bosses to take on. I'd recommend Raid just the Doom Tower alone, let alone all the other awesome features. To join Raid on mobile or PC, click my link in the description below and get your free champion, Executioner, 50,000 silver, 5 mystery shards, 1 day XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 clan boss key as soon as you get in the game. You'll also find extra rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days, so what are you waiting for? Join Raid Shadow Legends today. Okay, so first off, make sure you have the talents Sabertooth, as this buffs Ferocious Bite's damage by 20%, Brutal Slash, as it's a cheap combo point builder, and Feral Frenzy for the on-demand burst damage and instant 5 combo points. You'll also want to make sure you have my burst macro. This puts all of our damage modifiers into one macro, so you got your Berserk, Tiger's Fury, Own Empowerment if you're Kyrian, an unused damage trinket, and then if you're around a BG's Saltwater Potion. Next, you'll want the legendary Eye of Fearful Symmetry. This legendary causes your next 2 finishers after using Tiger's Fury to restore 2 combo points. And then Berserk also causes your finishers to restore 2 combo points. Because of this, your first 2 finishers with this combo will give you instant 4 combo points. If done correctly, you can do 3 Ferocious Bites back to back for huge burst damage. Okay, let's start with the big opener. There's a few different ways you can do this. The first way is like this: Prowl, Rake Stun, Burst Macro, Feral Frenzy, Ferocious Bite, Brutal Slash, Ferocious Bite, Brutal Slash, Ferocious Bite. So the reason I use Brutal Slash instead of a Shred here is because I want fast back-to-back Ferocious Bites, and Brutal Slash is a lot cheaper on energy to use. The second version goes like this: Prowl, Rake Stun, Burst Macro, Feral Frenzy, Ferocious Bite, Ferocious Bite, Ferocious Bite. Now usually you'll only ever want to use Ferocious Bite at 5 combo points, but because you get the instant 4 combo points from the legendary and Berserk, you can do 3 Ferocious Bites one after the other. If you catch your opponent off guard, this can either kill them or force a lot of cooldowns. The third way is the same as the previous versions, but you just add in Rip. So it goes like this: Prowl, Rake Stun, Rip, Burst Macro, Feral Frenzy, Ferocious Bite, Ferocious Bite, Ferocious Bite. You can also do the 5 combo point Ferocious Bites here if you want to, but it's up to you. Now if you're in arena, you'll want to make sure the enemy healer is CC'd during your burst for maximum efficiency. Outside of your big burst, you'll also get smaller burst goes every minute. I know it's tempting to just use your cooldowns when they come up, but as Lone Empowerment and your unused DPS trinket have a minute cooldown, just save Feral Frenzy and every other Tiger's Fury and use them all together. So your smaller burst will go like this: you want to stun your target, Burst Macro, Feral Frenzy, Ferocious Bite, Brutal Slash, Shred to 5 combo points, and Ferocious Bite. Okay, but what if you're Night Fae like me? What is the correct way to Convoke the Spirits? Convoke the Spirits is all about the setup. Because it's got such a long cooldown, you do not want to get interrupted on Convoke. So the correct way to do this is you want to get your medallion trinkets from the enemy team, stun the kill target, and CC the other members. In this clip, I've got both of the enemy's medallions on cooldown, so I cyclone the healer and then rake stun the kill target into Convoke so he can't use a defensive or interrupt me. In this next clip, the enemy monk gets greedy and chases my healer behind a pillar. I see that he doesn't have his medallion trinket, so I stun him out of line of sight of his healer and convoke. So just to let you know, there is no harm into holding on to convoke for a long time. It's better just to wait for the opportune moment rather than just wasting it. And then outside of your burst rotations, just focus on keeping up Rake and Rip, using Brutal Slash and Shred to build common points, and then using Ferocious Bite of 5 common points unless you need to reapply Rip. I would also recommend using a Moment of Clarity procs on Shred or Thrash instead of Brutal Slash, as it's just more energy efficient. Now I don't think I've forgotten anything, but knowing me, there's probably something I've forgotten, so if you've got any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section below, or head over to my Twitch and ask me live and I can get back to you instantly, or just at me on Twitter and I'll reply there too. Thank you for watching, I hope this guide was helpful and I'll see you in the next one.